everyone, it's Breakmaster here, and today I have my first Hobbit set to review. This is the 79003, An Unexpected Gathering from 2012. This set comes with 652 pieces, was rated for ages 9 to 14, and cost you $70 back when it was in stores. Now, I made a video about organizing and rebuilding a lot of Middle-earth sets that I'd taken apart before, and one of the ideas that I was suggested in the comments said that I should review these sets in order of their appearance in the story, and that was recommended by Scott Davis, one of my most loyal supporters, who I'm very thankful for. So yeah, I thought that would be a great idea. Now, of course, we'd start at the beginning in the hole in the ground. So this is a great set, has a lot of detail, has more food than I've ever seen in any LEGO set before. Of course, it's a Hobbit house, so yeah, and of course it has the bag end house right here. And yeah, it's a great set. I've had this box for a really long time, since 2013, I think. So yeah, I think it's still in pretty decent condition, so now we'll look at it to be the first part of the review. Alright, so here's the box. It is quite large, and this is of course a larger set, so it makes sense. And it shows you a nice picture of Bag End here, and all of the dwarves lining up to come in, and some of them have already started to raid Bilbo's pantry. And as you can see here, it shows you all the minifigures. So it comes with Gandalf, Bilbo, Balin, Dwalin, Beaufort, and Bombor. So quite a nice selection of minifigures, and if you collected all of the Hobbit sets from the first wave, you would have gotten all 13 dwarves. Anyway, turning it around, ooh, that was a screech. Anyway, so here at the back you can see there's a nice view of the interior of it. There's the table, all the food, and some of the food's already getting thrown down, and Bilbo's house is turning into a mess, really. And over here, there's some pictures showing some of the details in the set. And yeah, it's what you really have, and you can take off the roof, and here it shows you the weapons and the maps, and here it shows all the dwarves crowding by Bilbo's door, and Bilbo's almost panicking, but Gandalf's reassuring him that it is a merry gathering, as he would say. So that's it for the box. Alright, so here are the two instruction booklets, and they are a good size for a set of this size, and the first one comes with a total of 84 pages, including the back, which is quite a bit, and every page has, for the most part, one step of building on each side, and it does tell you what pieces you need for each step by providing a box there at the top. And here it shows you the Screaming Boy, telling you to win a LEGO set. However, most of these series were even retired at that time. But anyway, yeah, there's not much advertising on that one. However, on the other one, which has 52 pages, there is quite a bit. So it shows you, if you go on lego.com/The Hobbit, unfortunately it's not there anymore, most likely, and it shows you a nice picture of Thorin and Dwalin, showing Bilbo the map, and it has the Goblin King in the background. That's the only original wave Hobbit set that I don't have. Hopefully I can get it soon, because I'd really like that one. Here it shows you the Hobbit game, right here. I don't have that set either, but I don't really think that counts as a major Hobbit set. And here it shows you a Lord of the Rings advertisement, another series which is also quite nice. Here it shows you the other, or most of the other, Hobbit sets that were released that year. This one I have, that one, and that one. But, however, I do not have this one. And it doesn't show you Attack of the Wargs, but that's another one. And here is the checklist, and I have checked off many of them, because I was excited to see how many of them I had. And of course here is the list of parts. So that is it for the instructions, and they are quite easy to follow. Alright, so here are the minifigures that come in the set. There are a total of 6, and I thought that I'd start off with Bilbo. Of course, he's the owner of Bag End, so I thought I'd show you him first, and that's what he looks like. He's a nice minifigure, and he has a very special torso, which I do believe is exclusive to this set. And yeah, he has some brown pants, and he does have some back printing. Like every minifigure in the set besides Gandalf, he does not have the ability to move his legs because he has the smaller leg size. And he does have an alternate face in which he looks quite scared or a bit frightened or discouraged, and that is probably when the dwarves say that he might get burned to death if he goes on the adventure. Right here is Gandalf, another great looking minifigure. You can see he looks quite accurate to what he looks like in the film, and he has the very nice hat mold right here, and he has his beard and mustache and everything, and he has his nice cape, and he has his regular clothing that he just has. And he does not have an alternate face like many of the Gandalf minifigures because the back of his head is showing. However, he does look quite nice, and the head is slightly different than the one that you usually get. I do believe this Gandalf only comes with 3 sets. Over here you have Dwalin, and I believe this Dwalin is exclusive to this set. And he's a very nice looking minifigure. You can see that he is bald and doesn't have any hair on the top of his head. However, he has a very long beard and he has hair at the back. And there's quite a few tattoos that he has that are printed on quite well. And because he is the most tough looking dwarf, maybe besides Thorin, or he's one of the strongest dwarves. He also has this huge hammer, which is taller than him. And yeah, very nice minifigure, some nice torso printing, and he does have a small cape as well. Over here you have Balin. You can see that he has a very long white beard and has white hair. And of course, he is one of the older members of the company. And he does have his sword right here and some nice printing on his torso and a nice velvet cape. He does have some black pants as well. Over here is Beaufort, and he's a very nice looking minifigure. I really like the hat mold that he has. I think that's exclusive to this set as well, just like that Balin. I think they have some other ones that are a bit different in the last wave. However, this is a very nice minifigure, and I really like the hat. I like the torso. I like the cape, and he does have an axe as well. And here, the last minifigure is Bombur, and of course they have this special piece for his hair, and it also helps show his very large girth right here makes him wider, and he has a very nice beard, and that's his hair and everything. He does have some back printing, and his faces look like that. That one is probably when he's just calm and happy, but that one looks like when he's either scared or very excited. So he does have, of course, a small knife and a sausage, so he's probably already started to eat. And by the way, he likes to eat a lot. So that's it for the minifigures. So here is the front of Bilbo's house, Bag End, and it looks really, really accurate. It looks absolutely amazing. It has some really nice detail for the fencing, and it also does have a lot of flowers and plants and everything. And as you know, if you're a Lord of the Rings or Hobbit fan, whether you've read the books, watched the movies, or done both, you know that hobbits do like plants and planting things and gardening and all that kind of stuff. And you can see over here that there is a little gate to get into the house, and it just folds back like this, and of course you can have your minifigure go in there, and he can close it, and he can go ahead and do some gardening. Whoops, he fell on his head. And of course he could sit here and admire all the work he's done, and just look out at the rest of the Shire. And of course he has a very nice bench right here that does have some adjustability right here. And these are all stickers, unfortunately, but the stickers do provide a lot of detail, which is something I do really appreciate. Over here they have a little area to put some more flowers, and yeah, more flowers again, a nice bush, and this little bucket right here, this sort of crate that has some carrots and an apple. So that's probably things that he has picked in his time in the garden. And over here he looks like he's planted some carrots, and they look like they're growing already. You can see the shoots have already sprouted. So that's quite nice. And here, looking at the front, there's of course a lot of detail on the building itself. They have some really nice round pieces here surrounding the windows, and those aren't any special window pieces. Those are just these kinds of pieces, but they decided to put these on top, which make them seem as though they are round. These pieces, however, are round. And you might be wondering, how on earth did they create this very nice design? And that is using a bunch of turntable, the bottoms of turntables, and putting a transparent piece behind that to make it look really nice. And I really do like that a lot. And over here they have a chimney, and up on top they have a tree. So that's quite nice. And of course he has a little lamp, so people who are coming to his house quite late can see where they are going. And over here on this side, you can see that there is one window, and it has one yellow flower plant right there. And on the other side, there is a slightly bigger window with two flowering plants. So again, he loves to plant things and loves to grow flowers, and because hobbits really like things that grow. So now I'm going to show you the door, and you can see that it has the little marking that Gandalf put on it, and I think that's in Dwarfish, so the dwarves know to go there. And of course you can press the door open, and then of course you can go inside. Alright, so here at the back, in the interior of Bag End, you can see that there's a lot going on. And I'll just close the door to be the first thing. And I do think it looks quite nice from the back. It actually looks somewhat accurate to what it was like in the film. You can see there's a broom right there just to keep the dirt outside. And there is also a nice shelving system inside here. And I'll move my light so you can see it a bit better. See there in the corner, there's some little jars or some containers right there. And there is Bilbo's sword Sting right there, and that's probably when he's older, because this build does have parts of Bag End when Bilbo is older and he's celebrating his 111th birthday, and when he is about to embark on his quest to the Lonely Mountain. So of course Sting has been here for quite a number of years after his return. And over here there's this little chest, and inside I decided to put the maps. I didn't like that they were all over the floor. I thought that would be as nice, but if you empty this, and you can see there's a shovel in there as well as a knife. I just decided to put that in there when it wasn't being used. And here are the three maps, and this one here has the Shire on it, and I'll try to get it to focus because it's very important that you see this. Anyway, here we go. So here it shows you the Shire, and this, of course, represents hobbit houses in the hill, and some of the forests and woodlands surrounding it. Over here is a map that has the Lonely Mountain with the desolation of Smaug on it, which I think looks quite nice. And over here it shows you a map of the Misty Mountains, Mirkwood, and you can see in the top right-hand corner right here where my nail is right there, that's the Lonely Mountain, I believe. And I think it looks quite nice. And these are, of course, stickers, but I do quite like these stickers a lot. So I really like the maps in The Lord of the Rings and Hobbit. I've actually drawn some, so who knows, one day I might even show them to you. But anyway, I'll go ahead and put them back inside. And I just like to stand them over here. So here you can see in the middle, there's this little barrel right here, and inside there is an apple. Of course, storing food. Something else hobbits like a lot is eating, which is something they share with the dwarves, besides being small. And over here you can see in the back that there is the bottom part of the chimney, which goes to this fireplace. I don't know if you can see it as well, so I'll pick it up and show you. That's what it looks like in there. I think that looks quite nice. And over here there is Bilbo's book. That's when he's older. He's writing there and back again. And of course I'll show you the book, and there's also a quill right there, ink. And of course you can open the book. Stickers on there. It's the same mold that books have had for forever, really, with Lego. And there's also a letter right here. Anyway, here's where all the main delicacies and food begins. So here, of course, there's a baguette, there's a pretzel, there's a chicken leg, there's some cherries, there's some grapes, and there's some goblets and a wine glass right there, some ale. And of course, there are some pots and pans back there for cooking other foods. So yeah, you can get all of your dwarves in there. And you will have to extend the table if you want to get more dwarves in here. That's what I did before, but I decided to put it back. So I just wanted to make this complete, and I thought, well, if I'm going to review this, I'll do that as well. So I'll show you what it looks like with all the dwarves in there. Alright, so here are all the dwarves sitting and eating, and of course they're making themselves feel at home, but Bilbo is not, and he looks quite afraid, scared, just confused. So yeah, I thought that looked quite nice, and now I'll give you my overall thoughts on this set. So for my overall thoughts on the set, I do really like it, and I would recommend that you get it. So when it comes to how much I'd spend for this set, I would spend maybe up to $110 for it, and that would be stretching it. I would encourage you to get it for less. However, I know these sets do tend to go for a lot, so yeah, if you find a good deal, go for it. I believe this is the most important Hobbit set that you own, because this is where it all starts, and this is where the Lord of the Rings really starts. So yeah, then you get 2-in-1 really for the two stories. So yeah, this is a great set. I highly recommend you get it. Stick around for more Hobbit reviews. They will be on the way. Our next stop in the journey should be Riddles for the Ring. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I see you guys later.